now here you can see the multimedia videos. Okay, what is happening? What do you mean by video? The video is nothing but this is a sequence of image displayed at a constant rate. You see here, this is your video. Okay, you can't find out any difference between these two. You can't find out any difference in these two images. What is happening? The spatial ratio will be there. Okay, there is one algorithm which is known as your spatial ratio coding algorithm. In that algorithm, whenever the images will be visualized to you, that time it will count in a frame wise. Okay, you can see the dotted lines here. This is nothing but the frames. Okay, so how the images will be visualized to you? It won't come suddenly. It will come slowly from the top to bottom. That is known as your scaling. Okay, so once the video will uploaded downloaded, how it is going to be visualized in this way. But as it is coming very fast, you won't come to know the pixels, how the digital image is viewing to you. So this is a picture of the time period or of the frame size I. Next picture also will be looks the same, but little difference will be there, which in the normal eyes we can't capture it, but this one will be in the time period of frame I plus 1. So this kind of images, when it will download in a constant constant rate, so what will happen? This one will be termed as your video. So the video is nothing but the sequence of images when it will display to you at a constant data rate, that is known as your video. And what is this image? This image is nothing but your array of pixels, and these pixels will be notifying for you in the terms of bits. So whenever the data will come, it will come in terms of your bits. Then it will come to your pixels. It will make an array. You all of you know the meaning of array. So all the pixels of data will stored in the memory in the term of your array. So whenever it will store, it will form the digital image. So constantly whenever we are going to receive this kind of image, it will turn to as your video. So this is nothing but we are given the one classy name, that is known as your multimedia videos, or you can say that lively videos, or in the online videos. These all are the some technical names, nothing else. So now, what do you mean by coding? It uses the redundancy within and between the images to decrease some bits of data when it is going to encode the image. Okay, it means that actually all these things will happen very fast. You won't come to know that what kind of algorithm is going to use behind of this scene. Okay, so to know that how it is going to use, whenever suppose one image you got now, one frame of image you got now, suddenly within a fraction of second one more image also you are seeing. But what is happening in that, suppose this image has not opened completely, and within a fraction of a second the I plus 1 image has come. That I plus 1, suppose it was having some redundancy problem or something, I plus 2 also came. So we won't find out that what happened to I plus 1 or what happened to frame I. We won't come to know. So that time, how to come to know? To decrease this kind of redundancy, we have used the coding part, so that the user who is using or who is seeing these videos, they won't come to know what exactly the problem is happening. Okay, so there are some of the coding values are there. Here you can see, suppose as for example, spatial coding example. Instead of sending n values of same color like purple, send only 2 values like purple and the number of repeated values. So how it has been designed, this digital image, what in the coding part, how we have designed this, just you send the n number of values. Okay, whenever we will send the n number of values, that time let's take that n number values, let it to be color as purple. So whenever we will send the color as purple here, just you repeat the same values. Suppose the purple is having 1 hexadecimal value. The same value you just repeat for some lines. Okay, some lines you just repeat it. So you can see the same color code here. Afterwards, what is happening? The color is getting changed. So here you have changed the color code. So all these things are happening by using this spatial coding algorithm. Here also same thing is happening, but suppose you can see some of the movies, it will be like day, then suddenly it will be night. So how all these things are happening? They are changing these code values. In the day, white color background is needed, so give the color code for the white. Then again suddenly it will be evening, some mix of colors, then again it will be changed. So all these things are happening within the image, and that is known as your spatial coding. One more thing is also there. What is that? That is temporal. From one image to next. Temporal in the sense, this is, see here, temporal coding example. How it works? Instead of sending complete frame at i+1, send only differences from frame I. It means, suppose you want to make little difference here. You see, near to hand only, I just want to give the little color shade here itself. So what I will do? Whatever I have sent from big 0 to till here, same thing I will say send 0 to I till here. What I will do here? Only this line only I will add and I will send the code. So only in this time frame, you can consider it as X and Y axis. So only in this frame, the color will get changed. That is known as your temporal coding. So this variety of coding procedures are used in your multimedia videos. And also one more thing is there, how we are going to, in what will be the transformation names, how we are going to send the data. So here you can see CBR. CBR is nothing. This CBR and whatever the CBR we have read, that is completely different. Okay. This is the CBR which is under your multimedia on your video streaming things. So what is the meaning of this? This is nothing but constant bit rate, video encoding rate fixed. So the term where we are going to measure the video encoding is known as our CBR, that is constant bit rate. We are going to measure the video encoding. What is the next one is VBR, variable bit rate. Here what we are doing, the video encoding rate changes as amount of spatial and temporal coding changes. Here when we want to measure the video encoding, we will measure this by using this constant bit rate, because we have not changed any bit values till here. When we changed the bit values here, that time we will use variable bit rate. Okay. So that is the measurement of to measure this data values. So when we will have the changes in between the amount of data within the spatial to temporal coding, that time we are going to use the VBR. What are the examples? You know that MPEG files, MPEG 1, version 1, MPEG 2, 4, all these versions will be there. And where and all we have used the bandwidth and all these things is all are the examples of your multimedia.